Alrighty then. Looks like we're all set up. Let's see. Hang on, and will the camera work? Oh yes, it did. Alright, excellent. Hello YouTube. It's been a good long time since we've been here. Sorry for the delay. I know I meant to do it yesterday, but you know what? Things came up, and it was just quite the thing. We were recording lots, actually, because I've been getting lots of questions about the loot, and I felt like they needed answering. You know, Gandalf style. So I wanted to jot some things down, get some things recorded, and more or less get set up, because I've got a 1-2 punch in mind, and believe me, that's a secret worth revealing. But hang on. Ooh, looks like this is going to be a short tuning stream today, which means lots more music. Excellent. Let me just get this set up here as well, because I'll be damned if I'm not professional. We all know how professional I get around here. What is up, Tojo Listokul? Welcome. It's been a while. Nice to have you back. There we go. Here we go. Got this thing all set up finally. It's like I'm learning how to use the internet. Yes. So today, what we have before us, we're just kicking it with Bobby V and the Orbo, as you know. So check it out. Yeah, no Renaissance today. We're just going strictly Baroque. No puns. God damn it, no puns. But the whole idea today, I actually had the idea when I was just messing around with my last stream, is just to actually look at some of the differences between like the different stuff we have attested with Saizenay. Vise. My God, French will be the end of me. But let's get this switched over. Excellent. Yes, and by the way, if you want the size or the positions of certain windows changed, please do sing out, because I'm still not entirely sure I like how I have this particular part set up. Maybe make me even smaller, actually, and a little bit more of that, a little more width. Who knows? I'm not even sure. Oh yeah, I've got some weird modification on this, but, you know, that's looking behind the curtain, and that's no buen as far as I know. Uh-oh. This is not good. Believe it or not, it's not me, it's the cat. Oh dear God. She's been hunting behind the, what do you call it, for however long. And it worries me, frankly. That said, let's see. Ooh. Oh, that's right, I'm in that key. Alright, cool. So we got a couple flats going. I hope my cat doesn't turn the computer off, because she's done that 3 times today already. And yeah, we're gonna cross our fingers, retune the diapasons, and find the vise we're looking for. Today I'm feeling A minor. I don't know about you guys, but that's where I'm going today. Let's see, what we got? So, here we go. Very nice. Look at this beautiful bookmarking system. Honestly, my love goes out to my mentor. He actually set this up, and I wouldn't have the patience. No, I wouldn't. There we go. I think looking mildly better. Cat, get out of here. Get out of here. Oh God. Alright, it's happening. Calypso, welcome to the stream. Yep, this is the loot cat. I promise we're getting to some music presently. Well, I can at least talk about what you're looking at. So what we're looking at is some Robert de Vise. Again, pardon the French. He was the bedchamber lutenist, or the court lutenist for Louis XIV, Louis XIV, the Sun King. The famous guy famous in, what was it? Versailles is the TV show. I've only seen a little bit, but the music is actually rather excellent, and the drama is hilarious. Highly recommend. So he was famous in that. He was famous for showing up in operas, you know, because, of course, you know, when the king wants to play in your opera, you make a part for him. But Robert de Vise was basically his tutor for the guitar, because he actually loved the Baroque guitar. But of course, he also just played him to sleep. You know, luxury like that. Calypso, I need you to get out of here. I need to actually make music. Go on. Oh my God. Alright, you are insufferable today. I love you. I love you too, but get out of here. Alright, so we're going to retune, because I feel A minor, so we got to get this B flat out of here. Not to mention this Calypso. There we go. Almost there. So this will be the extent of the tuning stream today. Yeah, we need an E natural. Thank you, Callie. funny thing is that I have two cats. One of them is deathly afraid of any plucked string. He's a little coward. She can't get enough of it. There we go, now we're talking. So the idea today is to go through this music, but also to go through, what do you call it? Paris. So the idea is, in a lot of this written stuff, like there were actually two major attestations of Bizet's music, and one of them is the so-called Paris manuscript, the black and white one. Let me see. I need to fit page, please. Not like this. No. Can he figure it out? One of these days, perhaps. Here we go. Aha. And get this out of here. Perfect. He's done it, people. So we're comparing this, actually, to this, because one of the main issues in a lot of music from back in the day is recording, and this was basically the whole issue. One of the big differences you can see right off the bat is the scribe in one of them, he just didn't have this nice little coda that you have down at the bottom here. What am I talking about? Why don't I just try showing you? But this is warm-up, so we're going to have fun. Let's go. Ah, yes. Robert de Bizet, this is the prelude. It's an unmeasured prelude, so enjoy. It was warm-up, I told you, right? Definitely told you it was warm-up. Yeah, but I love that little coda right at the end just because it's just so adorably unique. Like, taking full advantage of the whole A tuning of the Orbo. I love it. A lot of campanella, a lot of bouncing around, and oh yes, all the pull-offs and hammer-ons. I absolutely adore it. I'm totally not lazy, I promise you. But gorgeous, right? I think I played it more or less accurately to everything that should be there. Oh, why thank you. Very pretty indeed. It is like one of my very favorites of Bizet's nonsense. But here's the interesting part. I'm going to try to do a note-for-note sort of rendering of this one. I do take a few liberties here and there, but more or less I want to try to go off of this one, which is similar. This is the Paris manuscript, but it's pretty different in some ways. And admittedly, I favor the Saizenay, so this will be an interesting little exploration, but it's got the same ideas, but done in a very different way. and that's it. Interesting, right? It actually has a completely different beginning part that I also find really charming, but just so... For me, it's out of left field just because I've never really bothered with it. And then it goes back into the normal. Fascinating, right? So this is sort of playing off of what I've talked about before, about the whole nonsense of how you have music back then that is transmitted successfully, and you'll see the same patterns actually played out, but you'll see a lot of differences whenever it's recorded differently, whenever it's recorded separately in some other manuscript, like manuscripts, meaning by hand here. So the question arises, how much of this was just transmitted poorly, like with the scribe who doesn't know what's going on? Like, let's say the Saizenay was the original, right? And you get to this chord, and the scribe's like, what do I do? I forget. And so forth. Oh yeah, I could not agree more. He's one of the most incredible composers. Just the way he takes advantage of the instrument is just stunning, and I cannot wait to get my hands on a Baroque guitar just so I can take advantage of all of his nonsense there. That's the best. You have excellent taste, my friend. Excellent taste. Have you ever played his works on the Orbo before? Because I seriously hope you have, because it's so good. I've seen some really good transcriptions for the guitar, but I couldn't recommend it more because he takes such good advantage of the campanella of this kind of piece. Incidentally, as you can see, we're being good tonight. No grandpa style, just some sweet seltzer. And by sweet seltzer, I mean normal seltzer. Don't go in for any of that Mio nonsense. It's pretty awful. Let me see. I kind of want another whack at this just because it's such a cool little passage. So... My friend, one of these days when you get your chance, absolutely do. Check in with your local lute society. They may have one to rent for you. And they are such great instruments to play. And if you play the guitar, which I think you said you did, it's actually a pretty easy transition going from a guitar to this because they're actually tuned fairly simply. I've actually got a video coming up on that one because I just recorded like a half dozen videos yesterday. So now it's just down to the editing booth. But yeah, it's a very similar tuning, and you don't have to deal with courses. You just have the single string, so it's an easy transition. I highly recommend if you ever get the chance. Or at least, let me say it this way. Look for your opportunity. It's a good one to take. But yeah, it's just... like, I don't know, what's your experience with campanella on the guitar? Because that's something I'm not too familiar with. I know it can be done. I'm just, I'm biased towards... the Theorbo and all of its nonsense and how it does campanella. Let's see how my memory is of the, what do you call it, of the Allemande. love the Allemande. So glad I can still remember it. That long trill is a killer. Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. I think I've told you in previous streams, I have utterly garbage memory, so I don't know, I sort of have this weird impression that everybody plays the guitar. Ironically, when I don't. But, no, that's fine. Ah, marvelous. That's still an incredible selection. I actually am still garbage with the piano, and I'm still trying to learn, but I think I learned Beethoven's Moonlight, and I was pretty okay with it, pretty much because I had to do it for some audition something. Didn't work out, but I think I played it rather well. You know, pride and all that. But cello, that's magnificent. As you know, I'm a violinist myself. I have always admired the cello for its deep, beautiful, sort of throaty texture. Recorder, though, that I've played most of my life because of my father. He's like a early music nut, and it's his fault that I fell into early music. But recorder is wonderful. I've known some truly incredible ones, and I would love to hear you play. I think I saw that you had some social media, which I must follow post-haste. Do you have any of that uploaded anywhere? I would love to hear it. But in the meantime, I do hope you're enjoying the Visé, because I'm certainly enjoying sinking my teeth back into him, because this is very much my wheelhouse. I've been playing a lot of Renaissance lately, because as a lutenist, it's kind of your fate to always play Renaissance, especially Dowland, but this is where my real heart lies, just in this Baroque nonsense, especially French Baroque nonsense. That is the term, by the way. And now we plumb depths further never mind. We are about to plumb depths that are yet unexplored by mankind. We are about to dive into the Paris manuscript and look a little bit more at the A minor Allemande. Let's see. Page for me today. Whew, how tragic. There we go. Repeat that, because as you can hear, this time it's actually note for note the same. So is it just something with the preludes that makes them especially improvisatory? This is kind of a fun little exploration for me too, just learning a little bit more. Oh, and you need not worry about all the nonsense that I blither. Me? I was probably saying some absurdity, I have no idea what. But let me see. To backtrack, I truly love nonsense, especially French Baroque nonsense. This is where my heart lies, even though my fate is to forever play Dowland and make Lacrimé my song more so than anybody's. No. I'm just really enthusiastic whenever I meet another musician, and I want to learn more about your wheelhouse, what you do, and all that kind of thing. So I was just asking all the kinds of impertinent questions you can possibly imagine. But this feels really good. I'm really enjoying the Visé, as I was saying. This, let me see, I need to hop through. I wonder, so does this also have, ooh, this seems to have perhaps a little more. Did I ever play the Chaconne? I'm sure I played the Chaconne. Oh, yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. I remember this guy. Let's see. Yeah, so feel free to tell me all the things. I'm always curious about all the kinds of musical nonsense you're up to. So rusty. God, I love it. I feel so, it's been a while with this one, but my God, it's one of my favorite Chaconne. Welcome, and good evening, Monsieur Adept Igneous Hammer, as it were. It is a pleasure to have you. No, of course, I'm more than interested in hearing all the things. So, if you have it somewhere on the socials, let me know, and I will go hunt it down. And if you have it on YouTube, even easier, I'll find it there. But, yes. So to anybody who's just joining, welcome. Welcome one and all. We're just going through some visé in the most leisurely of fashions, just examining sort of something that I happened upon and discussed a lot in my last stream, where we were talking about the differences between sort of editions or manuscripts that pop up, because back in the day, transmission of music was not always consistent. Now, I have a little bit of insider knowledge. For example, in this particular one, the A minor, there's the prelude is quite different. The Chaconne itself even has an extra variation or two that aren't in the other. But yes, thank you so much. I'm so glad you enjoyed. Cheers. So yes, we're taking that dive. We're checking out all the random music. We are doing some old music, but this is, by way of filling time whilst I live in the production cave. And in addition to figuring out my day job nonsense, I'm also editing up Must be 4 or 5 videos at the same time now. Oh god, editing is a delightful pain. But anyhow, hang out, do the thing. I'm here, I hope you enjoy, and let me know what you think in all the chat and comments and all that. Oh, quick note for anybody who's just joining. In the last manuscript Saizenay, I totally forgot to show this. So in here it's just Chacun de Monsieur de Visé, and this one it's the same, slightly different spelling, Chacun de Visé, Rondeau. So basically it took a lot of long discussion and argument with my teacher, but we discovered that this is very probably a pasakai with that sort of repetitive pattern, rather than just going straight through it like you would say in a later Chacun. But back into it, and we're going to see how different this one is from the other. Let's see. Same subject so far. So different. I've never played this variation. So far, it's feeling pretty much the same aside from that one variation, which was utterly wild. We've got... Ah, yes, we know this one. Yep. Okay, otherwise the same, so it's like 1.5 variations completely different. What? Oh, is that some weird kind of coda? Ooh. Let's see. I want to see what this is. So it goes... Exactly what it is. This is a little codetta right back into the pasakai. Oh, that is so cool. Alright, so that goes like a... yeah, absolutely. So sassy. It's like, I'm sorry, I'm going to make all sorts of absurd sounds just like that when it comes to this music because, yeah, I'm just going to say it this way. Chaconnes are the candy, the most delightful dessert of the Baroque music world, and I can't get enough of them. They are just the best. Fun fact, by the way, the chaconne was actually a musical style and musical dance derived from, I believe, indigenous music from Central America originally. And it was actually inspiration that was brought over to Europe. Now that is fascinating because the chaconne is such an institution at this point, right? And that's where it came from. And nobody knows this or teaches it. I had to be, some multiple degrees academic to learn it. And now I can't stop telling people about it. It's just, my enthusiasm. It's a thing. There we go. Don't worry, we're not done. I had to sort of close up just to talk about it. Oh, and actually, I'm going to go back to my face for just a second because you all must see my companion. Look at her. That's my girl. Yeah, Calypso the music cat. That's what she does. But yeah, I'm so glad you're enjoying it too. Like the chaconnes, I feel, and the preludes are my absolute favorites of these days. But interesting to note, those are the main ones that we've seen that are different so far. I've got a little bit of insider knowledge when it comes to the Courante and the rest, and those aren't that different. They're kind of like the Allemande. So a lot of the more dancey stuff was a little bit more rigorously recorded, or at least rigorously the same. But you still see a heavy amount of variation in the chaconne and in the prelude, which honestly I don't think is too surprising, because it's like those in my mind were some of the more like more improvisatory. Here's your moment to shine, lutenist. You better shine. Kind of bits, because unmeasured preludes, that's what they were. They were like toccata, like, here, go flourish. And then the chaconne was sort of the same deal, just, okay, I'll do these ones. These are the popular 5 or so variations, and I'll make a few of my own. Why not? But yeah, she's just the sweetest. And she's been with me for 10 years now, this little crazy music cat. She was with me in conservatory, and she would just sort of interrupt my every practice session. I'd be sitting down on my chair, just playing, and she'd just jump right in my lap every damn time. Musical cat, love her. Still can't believe that my other kitten, he's a coward and is terrified of the lute. But one day, maybe when he's older and, decrepit, maybe then he won't run away anymore. So I kind of want to change the game on us at this point. I want to actually look at some different visées. So we've been going over the A minor so far, but I feel like we've been minor long enough. Or we could go really hard minor and do like the E minor, which is, I think, one of the most meaty of the musics in like visé. So meaty. I love the minor stuff too much. I really want to switch to like the G major, but the E minor has this massive gravity well for me, and I just can't be bothered to change to an F sharp, although I really should. Welcome back, Markovich. It's been a while. You're most welcome to the stream. Yes, and again, now that you're all here, welcome, my good compatriots. Sorry again for the rescheduling during the week. recording came up. You understand how that happens. But absolutely, that is something I want to try to do. I really do want to try to learn to improvise a full chaconne myself. I will not butcher it right now because I still consider my improv very much a work in progress. I mean, I did come up with one of my own variations for that particular one, but I have since lost it, and I have been playing so much Renaissance music in the last few years that I actually forget how I did it. But no, that's actually an excellent idea, and I will hopefully be releasing something to that effect sooner rather than later. Fingers crossed. I've got so many irons in the fire, you know. It's like I feel like I'm juggling which ones I'm actually going to toast, as it were. Cheers, cheers, cheers. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And yeah, welcome again to anybody who's just joining us. I figure I should give us the spiel again. It's been a while. We're actually just testing this waters, as it were, looking at the differences between different versions of Visé's music, because I always get sucked into Visé. But we're switching gears, and yes, as much as I love the E minor, it is a pain to play sometimes. So we're gonna go G major. That's right, we're pulling a fast one on you. And then we're actually, when I say testing the waters with the Visé, it's not that we're just trying Visé out of the blue. It's more that I'm investigating the differences, academically and informally, as it were, which is a non sequitur in many circles, I suppose. But you're here, so we're going to carry on. And we're actually looking at it between the Saizenay manuscript and the so-called Paris manuscript, because they are similar in many cases, but as some of your compatriots who have been here for much more of the stream can tell you, they are yet different in big and significant ways. Let me see, here we go. Okay, bookmarks away. And we zoom. Here we go. Not that zoom. Nope, get that out of your heads. I've had enough of those for a lifetime. There we go. Beautiful, now I can read. Ouch! What did I do? No, you've actually been here, and the great compatriot who has been observing the whole thing, and it's wonderful. But, yes. But that's what we're digging through today. So, as is my custom and wont, I will start with the colorful and now my well-trodden Saizenay manuscript. Oh, where did I get the tablature? So, before I get into the music, I'll tell you, because that's a thing. You can... Actually, you know what? I wonder if he has it. So I know that I originally got this from the Dartmouth website, which I think the lute music that was on there was since subsumed by the Lute Society, which actually has it, like a massive pile of it. But this guy, Serge Gerbeau, I think he has this one. Let me just double check for you, because I don't want to lead you on a wild goose chase. Let's see, Visé, what we got? Nope, he doesn't have it. Cool, so where you can get it now is... because I don't... The Lute Society's been updating a lot. Dartmouth Lute facsimiles. Alright, yes, watch him painfully go through the search bar nonsense. Yeah. They have totally subsumed it. So, what you can do to actually get those is to basically be a part of the Lute Society of America. They actually have a massive PDF library, and in it is the Saizenay. Now, the only problem with the Saizenay, my friends, and yes, I promise I'll get into the music in just a second, is that a lot of it is done out of order. So you'll have Prelude followed by like something by Monsieur Hotman, followed by several anonymous things, followed by Lully, followed eventually by your Allemande. And then if you're lucky, you're going to have your Courant following in order, because it might be then the Jig, followed by the Bourrée, and then the Courant. It's a little bit out of order because they were trying to maximize more or less the pages, not as much the order in which they were filled. So, admittedly, I'm cheating. Not because I got it from the Lute Society, but because this lovely set of bookmarks was painstakingly made by my mentor, and he actually gave me this PDF copy of his, which had the painstaking bookmarks in it. So it actually takes me right to it, which is why you see me navigating by bookmark rather than just scrolling, because it's a bit painful just to go scrolling. Oh, and did I forget to mention, it's not even all necessarily for the same lute. It's sort of scattered like Baroque lute mixed with Orbo in this particular manuscript. But yeah, that's the Saizenay manuscript. So where you can get this PDF is from the Lute Society. They should have lots of information there. Check out their website. They've got a lot of great people and great things going on there, and I think they're actually entering the modern age for a change. Oh, you are part of the LSA. Holy shit, that's awesome. Dude, I actually just renewed my membership because I totally let mine lapse almost every year. But I realize it's actually helpful. Yeah, check out their website. They've got a ton of centralized facsimile stuff right now. But if you want like stuff that's written in non-English or French stuff, or French style stuff, that's a little hard to find nowadays. I think we still got people working on it. Ooh, that is a good question. I am much more of an original manuscript fan, I think, than I am digital. I've got a lot of friends who go digital, and they'll actually have their fancy iPads even at their performances. And it just drives me mad. I can't imagine, like, what if mine had a glitch? What if mine had an error? And especially, what about the nice, beautiful, modern transcribed ones, digitally speaking? Those are, well, they're readable very nicely, but they have the editing problem. Because if you've got a lot of experience with if you've got a lot of experience with reading lute music and actually going through and making decisions about it, you'll know how many lacunae are in it, how many missing bits are blotted like ink marks, and how many moments you'll sort of have to make a decision as to what was this and what was perhaps even missing from the original scribe's work, what was a mistake in the first place. And I like the original facsimiles for that reason, because I mean, you just get used to reading it and then sort of to imputing the values that you think are actually the real ones. So that's sort of where my heart is. I go with their facsimiles 9 times out of 10 just because I'm that kind of pretentious nerd. But you knew that, I assume. So, yeah, I really I admire what the LSA is doing. I really hope to help push them forward in the meantime. I just started working with Early Music America, and I'm hoping to link up with them with the Lute Society as well. So we'll see what happens, because we've got some crazy plans in the works. But we're starting meetings. I'll keep you guys updated. Just keep coming down to streams. It'll be your inside look. Dominic, if you're on the stream, close your ears. But the rest of you, open your ears, because I have some Vise to play. But if you have any questions or feel like heckling, you are more than welcome. Yes, I'm sorry, I just had a moment with that. That prelude stands so strong in my heart. That's been like one of my warm-up tunes for the longest time. Oh, it's just delightful. Yes, I know, what can I say? It's just, how do I do? No, I mean, seriously, pretentious is the best kind of nerd. I couldn't not be. It's funny because I actually have such an axe to grind with like the truly egotistically pretentious, which is kind of why I fell out of academia in the first place, because I just could not take the stifling atmosphere of it, and the stuff that they consider readable English is rather questionable at best. I mean, I'm willing to sit down and engage you in the most academic of dialogue, but if you're going to basically try to emulate Theodor Adorno's like impenetrable wall of text and say that that's legible English, I might have to strangle you. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Flattery will get you everywhere. Please carry on. Yes, so that's where we are. And again, I'm sure you all know there is something of a delay on the stream, so if I seem delayed or if I seem a little slow in the head, it's not just that he's slow in the head, it's also that he's slow on the internets. But yeah, that's this prelude actually has a special place in my heart because I actually had a copy of it before I got this, gifted to me by Deborah Fox of, I think, what's her group, the Pegasus Ensemble. I worked with her at the Queen's College Baroque Opera workshop in New York some years ago, and she taught me a lot in the space of 3 days, and she was like, this is the best one to warm up on, and it's just cool. So I was like, you're not wrong, it's cool. So now here we are, we're going to see what does Paris have to say. How different will this one be? Will it be different? Maybe it won't be, maybe it will be. Let's find out. That's nice. I need to use that actually. Closely similar, practically identical, but for that incredibly long run in the beginning, which I really need to appropriate. Oh, I love it. I love it. That's marvelous. See, this is why we do it. So we can actually find out how we want to combine and hybridize our own music. Because, first of all, like when you perform these ones, you have a lot of decisions you can make where you can actually take from one and combine it with the other, do it the simple way, but it also teaches us, doesn't it, exactly how we can start to grow and improvise our own lines, right? Because if you're starting with something simple and small, like if you're looking down here, you've got, where is it? Where was it? Yeah. And it just starts up here, which is nice. It's great. And in fact, I've fallen in love with it over the years. Or you could also do this. That is a hell of a shift to get used to. I'll get used to it one of these days. You know how it is. But being able to hybridize them like that, now that is exactly what we can learn from. So I'm just trying to imagine how I'd apply that in other musics as well. I cannot believe that he did the absolute nonsense and failed to actually silence his phone. My God, who does this guy think he is? There we go. It's silenced. Thank God. People, right? So, welcome, one and all, to the strange and oddball stream where we're going through all the nonsensical musics. Did everything just freeze, or is that just me? I think I froze with a hilariously awkward expression on my face. Let me, really fast, I'm just going to deactivate and reactivate this capture. Activate poor favor. Much better. Thank God. I think I was... Oh, yeah. Oh, that's quite okay. Your company has been most enjoyed. You are always welcome to return at any time. My God in heaven, this bloody wire. But yes, thank you for coming. I'm so glad you enjoyed it. Yes, enjoy the still of me for the moment. I will fix that post-haste. But thank you for coming. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Raina, welcome. You're getting to see the fun parts where we're going through and trying to fix my camera because, you know, we can't have me just staring at the camera awkwardly for however long. But welcome. We are going through all the Vise, kicking back and seeing what we can find that's in common and different between the Paris and Saizenay manuscripts. Oh, that's why. Oh, that's why. Hang on, look. Oh, see, there she does it again. Callie, no, no, no. It's the cat. It's the get out of there. God damn it. I'm dying here. I'm actually dying. She's killing me. Callie. So, I think I've mentioned it once or twice on stream before. My cats love to root around behind the computer. You know what doesn't like that? Wires. Callie? Callie? Oh, Christ. Alright. Well, we're going to cross our fingers. Saizenay, what's up? Here we go. Yep. Oh, yes. Indeed. I know. I'm all kinds of frozen and unfrozen. It's because I've got a cat who's rooting around on the computer, and she is merciless. She thinks there's a mouse. She's wrong. She's got her tail right on the wire, and she was pawing at the Ethernet cord. So this is one of those evenings where we're crossing our fingers that the Chaos Cat is, she's that she favors us with her kindness and does not screw with us altogether too much. That is, the delightful Alemand. Cat, don't turn off the computer. I will strangle you. Come on. Come on. Yes, thank God. I love her so much, but she will be the death of me. Now, as we were saying, we want to hop over to actually see what's going on with the Paris. Because Paris is always a little bit wild, one way or the other. So let's get a little zoom in here, huh? Not the Zeitgeist zoom, rather just this one. Excellent. Here we go. So will my pedal work for me today? No, it will not. Alright, so we're going to have to deal with the page turner. That's okay. it is. There we have it. It's actually the same. It just feels a touch abbreviated to me. Therefore, Saizenay wins. Absolutely. We're giving him the winner tonight. But let's see. So we've gone through the Anamana prelude for these. I don't think that there's a shotgun for these as much as I would dearly love it. Oh, maybe I'm wrong. Let's see. What do we got? What do we got? Ooh. Yes. Indeed. Have I played this one? Oh, yeah. This one's also very out of touch, but I wonder if I've still got it. So, okay. Oh dear. For this thing. It's such a beautiful Pasakai. Sylvain. You know, it's been years since I played it. I have missed it. Doesn't have it in here. What a shame. Totally unrelated. Wait. Is this thing same thing? Is it just listed as shotgun here? I'm curious. It's funny, when I started playing that one, thank you, cheers. When I started playing that one, my teacher was saying, no, 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 that's too advanced, don't even try it. And I was like, you know what, I'm going to try it anyway. And I just kept practicing it maniacally. You lose ground when you don't practice it for a while, but God, I still love it so much. So what is this? Let me see. I see. Yeah, so this is actually one of the major points to bring up. So when I was talking about chaconnes and how they actually have completely different representations in different manuscripts, this is exactly it. Because half of these variations are not in the Saizenay, as you heard. So I remember I actually did this one for my recital, and I actually completely slapped them all together and made this monstrously long chaconne, and it was excellent. But, whew, was it something. It was tricky as hell to learn. Hello, my darling. How are you feeling? Yeah. I've had a cat who's been marauding regularly. Yeah. Nearly shut off the computer once or twice. But I know, she's such a card. I know. But yeah, that is Les Sylvains. It is insane, but I love it. So we're getting a little bit late in the evening, so I do want to tie off this stream sometime in the near future. I wonder what would be a good one to... Oh, I think I know exactly which one I can end on for the evening. Let's hit up the old E major. We're going to check out the differences with the prelude. I'm not going to do the Chaconne d'Arlequin. I'm going to leave that pronunciation. Again, you came for the lute and you stayed for the horrible French. We're going to leave the chaconne for another time. But for tonight, I think the prelude, why not? We'll look at it over here too, just for the sake of completeness, because tonight's totally not an excuse for me just to play some Bizet. Totally not. I don't know what you're talking about. There it is. Let's see. I just need tuning break. Ah, God damn it.
Tune stream.
Yeah, right? Tune stream. Ain't no stream like a tune stream, trust me. So those... Right, we need C sharps. C sharps. Fourth one. That's right, I still have to count these things. I've been playing the bloody thing for years. Come on. Peg wrench. It's a lifesaver. There we go. Ooh, we're getting a bit flat, aren't we? Can't have that. You know, it's interesting. I've actually learned that for some reason, when I have the headphones on, which I actually keep on because sometimes I actually listen to myself as I'm playing, just to make sure I'm not losing my mind entirely. For some reason, the pitch just sounds slightly off if I have the headphones on. Take them off, it sounds great. There we go. the whole thing been buzzing this whole time, and none of you told me? It's the buttons. None of you told me I've been buzzing this whole time. How dare you all? Anyhow, welcome to anybody who's joining just now. Yes, we're just playing some Visé and checking out the differences between the Saizenay and buttons. The Saizenay and buttons. Kicking it with Bobby V, as it were. Here we go. You know, I think this one actually comes in a pretty close tie with the G major, just for like sheer friendliness in terms of how to play and just, you know, its overall sound. It just sounds, I don't know, how would I best describe it? Like a grandmother with a fresh baked batch of cookies. That kind of friendly. It is though. Like, listen to that. It's just so delicate and so gorgeous. I've heard people really rush through it, but I think the best way you could go through it is honestly to take your time, just let the lute sing, assuming there's no buzz, and just enjoy the silences of it. But that's I don't know. I think that's one of the overlooked strengths of the lute. Not its beautiful sound, but its beautiful fades to silence. Still the same beautiful creature, even in Paris. But it is interesting. You do notice a few small differences. My first observation about the Paris manuscript in general is that it has a lot more shifting up and down the neck. So whoever it is really likes jumping up and down the neck, but I personally would deliver them a very simple message. Take advantage of the instrument you're playing, because you don't need to jump up and down. You can just use campanella, because because of the reentrant tunings, right? Just like take more advantage of that, because they've got a lot of moments where they just sort of shift higher up here, and you could be doing that up here. So my advice to whoever wrote this down, the scribe, is be lazier. Take advantage of your instrument, know what you're doing. But that's my whole shtick. If you're playing the lute, it must be lazy. And if it feels like you're working too hard, it's because you are. That's actually what I tell my students regularly. If you feel like you're working too hard, you most certainly are. This is a relaxing instrument to play if you know what you're doing. I guess it takes a certain degree of excessive manic practice and obsession with the instrument to start to get to the point where you can be lazy with it again. But that's my best philosophy with it. Be lazy. You'll actually find absolutely the best way to play it that way. So that's my advice to whoever wrote the Paris, in my opinion. But with that, I am actually going to call it for the evening. So to anybody just joining us, my apologies. This is usually where I call it in the evenings. It's starting to get a little bit late. I'm gonna start to get ready to pass out pretty soon, probably, because it's been quite the day. Lots of work and lots more to do tomorrow. But good news to all of you who just joined. I do this fairly regularly. Usually not Tuesdays. Usually it's Mondays and Wednesdays. But this week is a little weird because, as I said, recording came up and recording must take precedence. So I've got a few videos for some, loot FAQs, as it were, coming up pretty soon. A couple of productions in the pipe. Keep your eyes open. If you want to know what's going on, I'm going to put up a story about that in Patreon in just a few minutes. So they'll get to so all the lovely patrons who are over there, and thank you, by the way, to all of you, my dear patrons. Something just die?
Yes.
You saw it here, ladies and gentlemen. I don't even know what she's talking about. Nothing happened. But putting the thing up in Patreon, so if you feel like checking it out, by all means support me there. I'll take even just a couple bucks. Just buy me a coffee, Tea, preferably. Thank you. But, so coming back Wednesday, we're going to be back. Maybe we're going to do a Friday stream. Maybe that might be impromptu. But Mondays, Wednesdays, 8 p.m., coming back. We'll do the thing. But otherwise, it's been excellent having you all here, hanging out. Love having the company. Even more so the flattery. But, yeah, thanks again. If you guys ever have any questions, feel free to hit me up on Discord. I've got all the links in the description nowadays. Look how modern he is. And yeah, I'm here for you guys. Come on down, enjoy, chat. That's what I'm here for. Well, have a great night, y'all. It's been a real pleasure. Ciao.